This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Raja California. Raja California is the most elite audio engineer and producer in the game. Follow him on all major streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and SoundCloud for all of your sound needs. That's Raja California. This episode is also brought to you by Truth Be Told. Truth Be Told is the #1 esports specialist, League of Legends coach, and streamer in the San Diego area. Follow him on Twitch, SoundCloud, and YouTube for all things valuable to the esports community. That's Truth Be Told. Truth Be Told. I couldn't make it out of gold without Truth Be Told.
Midfield, 40, 30, cutback, 20, 15, 10. He is gone! We got to clock in every drive today. Let's go. Do your job. Give him a chance. Let's go. Keep it going. Hey, we playing to win right here, fellas.
Welcome to the Mecca Betting Academy with your hosts, Christian Graham and Stone Wilson.
Yo, what's up, Mecca Betting Academy, where master bettors are made and bookies want to run the fade. Bust out those notebooks because class is in session. Welcome, students. Please take a seat. I'm your host and professor, CG. Welcome today with my co-host, Stone Wilson.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling really good. I got myself a haircut. I feel really good about tomorrow night's pick, so I went to the mall. I got me some new clothes. I'm cashing in just a little bit early.
All right, let's go.
But yeah, I'm feeling really good. How about you?
I'm chilling, brother. I pretty much had this day off, all day from work, and took a good nap before coming into the studio today. So I'm feeling pretty good, feeling energized.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, and I also got Eastern Michigan on the Maction tonight. Doing pretty hot right now, up 14-7 against Ball State.
What'd you take?
I took Eastern Michigan +9.
What's
And I also
right
sprinkled
now?
a little bit on the money line.
Ooh, little sprinkles.
Yeah, a little sprinkle action. So yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. Up 14-7 in the second quarter.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I need some more. I have the energy. I feel like I could use a monster or something, but let's fucking do this, bro.
You
Let's
ready to
just
get
go.
into
Yeah,
it?
I'm ready. Let's go.
For sure. Let's get into this DFS lineups today, the DFS podcast segment. We got the Week 10 DFS. Let's just go off with the quarterbacks. What are your top 3 quarterbacks for this week? Who are you high and low on this week?
High and low, or I'll just go through my top three
just go through your highs,
quarterbacks. Yeah. So when I was looking at the lineup, I really liked number 1, Aaron Rodgers. I'm feeling that against Jacksonville. The only thing that's kind of throwing me off just a little bit, I got a little report saying that there's going to be winds from 15 to 20 miles per hour. Mm-hmm. But I mean, even with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams there, I think his arm's strong enough to cut through the wind. So I'm pretty high on that. I like that. Number 2 wise, I like Kylie Murray versus Buffalo here.
Pretty expensive, dude.
Pretty expensive. I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, I'm just going through my top 3. I don't really like all the cheaper quarterbacks, so I'm just going to tell you like my top 3 that I think are going to be the best if I could afford them, if I was going to go that direction.
You don't like Burrow?
Nah, not Burrow this week. But I like the Kyler Murray matchup against Buffalo. I'm expecting to see a game similar like the Seattle game.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyler Murray's just been lighting it up this season.
Yeah.
I have him in one of my fantasy lineups, and he's just been fucking killing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not arguable there. And he's also playing against Buffalo. That's just allowing, the 31st best to the quarterback position this year. So you saw what Russell put up, even though he had a shit week last week.
Yep.
In that terrible loss to the Bills. But yeah, who you got for your third?
For my third one, I like Josh Allen versus Arizona. Like I said, I think that game's going to be a shootout. Josh Allen has John Brown with them for the second week back. When he has John Brown in that offense, he's just lighting it up.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's going to be another shootout. This is going to be a game to watch. It's going to be really fun. 2 young quarterbacks just going at it. So I'm really excited to see that matchup.
Who you got, Brandon?
I love me some Tua. Tua against the Chargers. I think that Chargers defense got way too many holes.
Yeah.
Way
You like
too
what
many
you
holes.
saw out of last week?
I mean, he's a winner. He's a baller.
You think he's going to get he's going to do better than last week?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think he does better than last week. I think he lights up the Chargers. It's like that Chargers defense is so much worse without Derwin James. They don't have Derwin James still.
Yeah.
100%.
And they're also Yeah, the Steelers defense is what we think it is. They're a stout defense, but I also like Joe Burrow here. I think Joe Burrow coming off a bye, that coaching staff has to know it's a rival. It's a divisional game. They're coming off a bye. They have to have a game plan for him.
I like that
And
one too.
He's gonna throw it 40 times.
Sleeper pick right there, huh?
And I'm kind of leaning on Cincinnati to win this game too. I think they're gonna squeak by, get it in.
Yeah, I sprinkled the money line
Divisional
already.
game. Yeah.
I think that's the first.
We got to see what comes out with that Big Ben COVID report because it looks like he might miss the game potentially. So we'll see if he ends up playing in this game. But if he doesn't, I mean,
when that report come out, it came out like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he might miss this game. So we'll see if he's out. I think the Bengals might have a serious shot of winning.
Yeah.
I think even with them, they're gonna play down the competition.
I was gonna say even with them too.
They're not gonna squeak by like they did against Cowboys. Not against the Bengals.
Definitely.
If they get Tack involved too, like if they get him in and get Tack to play, Sam Hubbard's back. We'll get to Ben. Ben can't move.
Definitely.
He runs at like 0.2 miles per hour.
I think that's like a little sneak peek into the Sunday night or the Sunday slate for the betting preview tomorrow. So we'll save a little bit of that for tomorrow's show. But yeah, who you got for your third quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers. I like this pick with Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers, no matter what, they always find a way to get him involved. And if he's on fire, he's on fire. The only thing I'm worried about is are the Packers just going to blow out the Jaguars? Because if they blow out the Jaguars, he's not going to throw it.
That is
in
the other
second
thing,
half.
that I was thinking about too, because it could be a possible blowout. But
That's exactly what we were saying last week with Deshaun Watson and the David Johnson lineups. You know, going into last week, we were thinking that they were just going to blow him out, and then David Johnson was going to have himself a game. Ended up getting concussed on like the second play of the game or something like that, really early into the game.
And you can't predict that. That's just something that happens.
Yeah. So I think to not get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think Duke Johnson might be a nice little sneaky play if David Johnson doesn't make this week.
Duke Johnson, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna put my eggs in that basket there. Duke Johnson, I see his name year to year to year to year, always on the fantasy waiver wire. Is just someone that you kind of want to believe in a little bit, but when you have him, he doesn't really do shit. But I guess we'll see.
I mean, he's the king of mediocrity.
For sure. All right, CG, tell me what your picks are.
Yeah, for sure. For my number one quarterback, I'm leaning on Josh Allen again for 7,500. Playing against Arizona, he's just I think he's back to
his groove.
Yeah, back in his groove after what he put up last week. You know, I think it gave his confidence back up. And I think at 7,500, there's really good value there.
He played a damn near perfect game.
Yeah, he was balling out, dude. And like you said, with John Brown back, it just stretches the field, and so I think he has just a lot of weapons to work with. You know what I mean?
Totally agree with you on that one.
Definitely, yeah. And for my second pick, I got Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is a really sneaky play here for 6,500. Playing against that Seattle secondary. They're not good on the back end. They're giving up the 32nd most points to the quarterback position this year.
I don't like that pick.
You look at what Josh Allen did last week, and you look at what Kylie Murray did the week before.
I'm not gonna put any money on Jared Goff. He is, after last week's performance, that was just straight horse shit, and I think it was super pitiful. I know he's playing against the Seahawks defense.
Look at what Nick Mullins did when he came in.
Yeah, when he came in.
When he came in,
no game script on him or anything like that. Now
it's Nick Mullins.
I feel like the Seahawks are. I know they're still trash, but they're bound to play
Jared
defense
Goff
one game.
has those really hot, really cold games every single week, and you never really know. But I think this is the week. They always play really lights out against the Seahawks, and so I think that Jared Goff gets it done here.
I like the receiver matchups in that game, but I don't know. I just don't like Jared Goff.
Who's going to be throwing the receivers open?
I know, but
Young Gurf. Young Gurf.
I don't know. Well, yeah. I guess I just got a bad taste in my mouth with Jared Goff. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, he's lost me some money, so yeah. All right, let's move on to your third pick. What you got?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm going to ride the wave, too. I got Kyler Murray at 8,000, the number one highest QB in the league right now for fantasy purposes. He's averaging 31.4 points per game. Like, I mean, you can't really argue anything against that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like they're gonna have a way better shot than what the Seahawks did to the Bills defense last week. Russell was just making way too many mistakes. He should have been putting up 30, 40 points last week as well.
And the cool thing with him is that he's getting so much done on the ground, too.
Yeah.
He's absolutely unstoppable. And when he gets those rushing TDs, that's more than a passing TD.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's doing
I think he's
what
rushing.
Lamar Jackson wishes he could have done this year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because Lamar is really trying to do things with his arm this year instead of on the ground like he was last year. And it's really kind of apparent this year as to like just how bad of a passer he kind of is. Granted, he doesn't have the weapons on the outside like Kyler does. But yeah, I think, you know, Kyler just has that accuracy. I love his deep bombs. Yeah, and I think that D-Hop has a really big game this week as well.
Has D-Hop been a little bit quiet?
He's been really quiet.
Christian Kirk's been popping off.
Yeah, Christian Kirk's been popping off. D-Hop has been extremely quiet over the past few weeks. Yeah, I had him in one of my DFS lineups last week, and I don't even remember, he put up like 10 or 15 points, which like to D-Hop standards, that's like pretty low. You know, like you're still getting double digits, but yeah, for D-Hop standards, that's pretty low.
All right, cool.
Yeah, let's jump into your number one QB play. What you got for your lineup?
My number one QB play. This man has thrown 3 interceptions in prime time, and what was it? Monday Night Football. I got Tom Brady for 6,300.
Oh.
Big comeback game.
I like it.
I like this pick a lot. I don't think I've seen Tom Brady play as bad as he did on Monday night. He's playing Carolina, and they already lost their first divisional matchup. Now he just got embarrassed in Monday night. He has a lot to do. Yeah, I mean, last time he played Carolina, he wasn't even good either. He was absolutely terrible. He only put up 10 fantasy points. So I think he has a lot to prove this game. He has AB. He has all his weapons back. I mean, there's absolutely no excuses.
Yeah.
And the kind of player Tom Brady is, he's that person with that chip on his shoulder, even though he's the GOAT.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna ball out.
Definitely.
I really like Tom Brady here.
Who you got for your RB1, Brandon?
Quarterback one?
Or QB1? Yeah.
I'm going with Tua. I'm just like I said. I think Tua just lights it up. I think he's taking this league by storm.
You guys are some Tua nut riders.
Dude, Tua. I'm a Tua believer. He's, dude.
Have you seen
now.
what trip you're on with Patrick Mahomes?
Dude, I know,
I'm very comfortable with Patrick Mahomes.
bro.
That's cool too.
Tua is a baller, bro. He really is. And his little brother too, but they just canceled that game, so we can't really see what he was gonna do against possibly the number one team in the nation.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He probably would have looked like he was playing for Ohio State.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, I like Tua a lot. I had him in the DFS last week, and he did, fairly decent for 5,500. I think he's up a little bit this week. What's he at? 6,000?
Who, Tua?
Tua.
I got him.
I think he was a little higher. I thought he was kind of a little expensive.
What's he at,
No,
Brandon?
he's at 5,600.
Oh,
56?
56? Oh,
Okay,
no.
yeah. So for 56, that's still straight. It gives you a lot of options, down the road with either wide receiver paying up on them or paying up on the running backs. But, for my QB1, I got Jared Goff. Like I said, Jared Goff. Give me 6,500 for Jared Goff at home against Seattle. I mean, home games don't really matter as much without the fans being there. But I guess like for the travel purposes, they're able to play at home. And yeah, at 6,500, like I said, he's very hot and cold, and I'm taking my shot this week against that terrible Seattle secondary that just gave up like 40 points against Josh Allen last week. So give me Jared Goff at home for 6,500.
I mean, that Seattle defense is just straight trash. So it's just a good play at the end of the day.
It's that middle of the pack price range,
How much was he again?
6,500.
Oh, that's solid.
So it's in the higher, like middle upper end of quarterbacks. But you're not paying 8,000 for Kyler, or 7,900 for Aaron Rodgers. And so, at 6,500, I think he's just one of those sneaky plays. I think he's also going to be one of those quarterbacks that might be owned a little bit less because of his cold streaks that he has, And so, yeah, give me Jared Goff. Who you got for your RB1?
My
Stone?
RB1, I got Kareem Hunt playing versus Houston for 6,700. Now, I know Nick Chubb is practicing again, but he's coming off a knee injury. I think they're going to take it really slow with him. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Kareem Hunt's going to get the majority of the workload. The Browns are also coming off a bye, and they're ready to come out and smash this fucking piss-poor Houston
They're
defense,
missing Baker. Baker's out.
Wait, Baker is what for what?
Baker's out for COVID.
Oh, yeah, Baker was the other one. Yeah, well, I like that even more, man. Put the workload all over Kareem Hunt. Yeah, and I love the way Kareem Hunt plays. He can catch the ball, too. He's catching some touchdowns and stuff like that. And, yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of money against this Houston defense. A lot of the games just go over. Yeah, I like this pick a lot.
It doesn't scare you that Nick Chubb's coming back might take away some of that.
I don't think.
Workload.
What did he come off of? What was the knee injury? Because was it an ACL? No, it wasn't an ACL tear. But I mean, his knee's banged up, and it's his fucking knee. So I'm not really too worried about Nick Chubb really taking the majority of the workload. And the way that Kareem Hunt is 6,700, I think DraftKings already telling me that he's
Gonna be getting the majority
top
of the
tier
workload.
pick. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm just scared that he might just come back and take even 50% or 45% of that workload.
you really think so? I just don't think so.
I don't know. Nick Chubb is one of those dudes, dude. He's a killer. He's a silent killer. You know, like he's really good though. But yeah, who you got for your RB1, Brandon?
My running back one, I took Tua for the spot, so that opens up a lot. I'm going with Aaron Jones.
Definitely.
Number one.
Yeah.
I think the same way that we think that Green Bay's just going to light him up, I think Aaron Jones is going to be a big part of that in the passing game and in the running game. He'll run between tackles. He might break one. Like, he's one of those running backs like Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara where you hand him the ball and he can make a play.
Yep.
So I love Aaron Jones this week.
Yep.
I think for 7,100, it's kind of expensive,
Ooh,
but
that's a little expensive.
I mean, you open it up by taking Tua, you know?
Yeah.
I love Aaron Jones this week. Aaron Jones is also my running back one. At 7,100, you know, you're paying up in the higher ends, but you're playing against Jacksonville, and you know, you saw what Duke Johnson was able to accomplish. Give a running back like Aaron Jones capability against that defense, and really see what he does, especially with that -13 spread on the game. It just tells all the signs that they're gonna just be up, killing them, and then they're just going to be running the ball. That's kind of what we predicted last week with the Texans against the Jags. Yeah, give me Aaron Jones for 7,100, especially when Devontae Adams, of course, Devontae is probably going to get his as well, and he's probably going to be the one that gets them that lead initially, which is why he's 9,000 this week.
Yeah,
which is just ridiculous. I haven't seen a number like that on DraftKings for a wide receiver ever.
Yeah.
So you just kind of know that like he's probably going to open up the game, and then Aaron Jones is going to be the one that closes it out.
Especially, yeah, if they get that lead, and if the weather is a problem, then they're going to be running the rock a lot. So
Definitely.
I could agree with that one.
Definitely.
What do you have for your RB1?
That was my RB1.
Oh, that was your
yeah,
RB1.
my RB1 is Aaron Jones.
Oh, you guys have the same one?
Yeah, we have the same one. Yeah, so I just tailed off of that.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Who you got for your RB2, Stone?
RB2, James Robinson at Green Bay. I got the other running back in that game for 6,600. Now, yeah, so like I said, I got the alert. There's going to be 15 to 20 mile per hour winds in this game in Green Bay. So hopefully it will be a factor to establish the run and rely on the run game. And after the last two games, he's had an average of 23 carries for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he for sure has the ability to rush over 100 yards on this Green Bay whatsoever run defense. So I'm pretty comfortable with this one. I'm just hoping, like we said, Green Bay doesn't smack the shit out of them, and then Jacksonville's going to have to rely on just passing the ball the whole second half. So if we keep this a little bit of a close game, then we keep the ball on the ground and we get some runs out of them. So I like James Robinson a lot here.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I was pretty high on James Robinson last week, and throughout this season, he's been balling out pretty well. But I don't know. I just think that Green Bay is just gonna I think this one might be a shutout. Honestly,
I think this might be like
one of those 21-0 games or like 28-0 or maybe like 28-7. Like, just it's going to be kind of low, especially with the rain coming in, and they just kind of blow the game wide open. I don't think that James Robinson will have those kind of opportunities to like score a lot of points. So yeah, that kind of scares me, but especially for the price. I think he's 7,000, right?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I think you're picking him in a weird spot, honestly. Like if Green Bay runs away with this, like they can't run the ball. They can't give the ball to James Robinson, or like he just won't get the ball. If they run away with it, it's like they're gonna have to throw the ball. I mean, they have to do it in the passing game.
I don't know. I just like it here. I just like it.
And I see Jake Luton, or Luton. He's been really favoriting DJ Chark as of last week, and so I think that DJ Chark will get like a majority of the fantasy points in this game.
For me, what I just like the 23 carries, and I hope
volume.
I like
volume
the volume. That's what I like.
Play.
And he has the potential. I mean, you get extra points when you get over 100 rushing yards, which he could probably do on this Green Bay defense. So I'm pretty comfortable here.
Definitely. All right. Well, who you got, Brandon?
I think I'm going with and this is something to look out for. I'm going with Joe Mixon. I think just like we said earlier, we gave a preview of that Bengals Steelers game.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with Joe Mixon, 6,600.
Coming off that injury.
He's questionable with the foot injury, so this is something that you have to look out for. You can't just take it. You got to monitor it. But he was participating in drills today. Yeah. So that's a good sign. If he does play, I think I'm just going to lock that in with Joe Mixon. He's always involved in the passing game. He's always involved in the running game. So, I mean, more volume, more yards.
Just based off of pure volume with Joe Mixon and like just the way that they utilize the running back position at Cincinnati. I mean, you saw what Giovanni Bernard was able to do while Joe Mixon was missing games. And so with him coming back, I'm a little hesitant just because it's one of those injuries that it really affects the running back position. If it was like a hand injury or something like that, or like a finger, it's not as big. But
yeah, but I feel like someone like a star like this, if he's coming off an injury, they're definitely not going to give him volume if they don't think that he's okay. They're not going to put him in. I think Joe Burrow's the center of that team too.
I agree.
So Joe Mixon's been out for like what, 2 consecutive weeks now?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or really just 1 week because he played the game 2 weeks ago, but he got hurt.
Joe always plays through injury anyways. You know what I mean? He's one of those people that like just he wants to be on the field. He's like Jarvis Landry. Jarvis, like he'll play through every fucking injury.
He only wants to play on the field when he gets paid.
I mean, but like he's the one that'll bitch at the team, like stop being a fucking pussy, like go fucking play. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of those dudes. He's a real man.
I thought it was really funny when he got his contract. His migraines disappeared.
That's everybody, dude.
Hey, that was just coincidence.
That's everybody.
All right.
For sure. All right, let's get into these wide receivers. Who you got for your wide receiver one, Stone?
All right, so this might tell you guys why everything else is going to be a little bit cheaper for all my other picks. I took Deontay Adams for those 9 big racks. I took it. Against this Jacksonville defense, I love it. This Jacksonville defense lets up 30 points a game. I think it's, damn near 30 points. It's 7 consecutive straight. I think A-Rod and Deontay Adams are the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the game. They are absolutely lighting it up. This man's averaging like 38 points in his last 3 games. They're now playing a sorry-ass Jags defense. And even if they have to rely on the short pass, I'm super comfortable with Deontay Adams here, even when he was a rookie. Once he gets the ball in his hands and it's one-on-one in open field, you're not going to tackle this kid.
Devontae always manages to get separation against every cornerback.
Yep.
Not even like every single cornerback, like the top ones, like their cornerback ones, he manages to get like 5 yards of separation every single time. I don't know how the fuck he does it, but like you look at that footwork, like he's fucking nasty.
He is nasty.
He's nasty. I wouldn't say he's the number one like Brandon, but
he's number one.
But he has Aaron Rodgers. He has Aaron Rodgers, and he has.
You gotta appreciate good.
He has amazing ball skills. So yeah, I like Devontae in this. Obviously, everyone does. That's why he's 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's the highest I've ever seen a receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I get the biggest bang out of my buck here. 9 big ones, boys. 9 big ones.
Man, he's number one, and you guys know how much I love Nuke. Like DeAndre Hopkins is just one of the best receivers, but I got to give it to Devontae Adams, like, creating separation like that.
Yeah.
So is that
Production
your-
every week. Like, how can you not say he's the best this year?
Let's talk about your wide receiver one then. Do you got
All right,
Devontae?
No, I don't have Devontae. I spent too much on the running backs.
Okay.
So I'm going with my number one. Stone touched up on it a little bit earlier. We're going with John Brown. I think John Brown gonna have a big week.
I love
that
it.
defense sucks.
I love it.
That's gonna be a shootout. The Bills and Cardinals is gonna be a shootout. Defense sucks. John Brown, when he plays, is always involved.
I think
always
it's
involved.
also just one of those wide receivers where you have Stephon Diggs playing really, really well this year with Josh Allen, and you know that Josh Allen favorites Stephon Diggs, and he gives him all the volume that he needs. But when John Brown is on the field, like he might be one of those receivers that's less owned in DraftKings, and so he has a real opportunity to just like kind of steal that fantasy points away, you know what I mean, from everybody else that's taking Stephon Diggs because he's the number one over there. I kind of feel that same way about Cole Beasley. With Cole Beasley, like he's kind of one of those sneaky plays too. He's kind of one of those sneaky plays. He might get the touchdowns this week. You kind of never know. But yeah, John Brown, like he has the opportunity. He has the ceiling. He has the ceiling to get you 25 points, on 2 touchdowns, like 50-yard bombs through Josh Allen.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
he's also
potential.
Mr. Consistent too, because if he doesn't get 25, he's gonna get at least 10, 12.
Yeah, he always gets 10 to 12.
All right, cool.
But we going for the big plays. We're trying to get these people the $1 million.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We need all these players to be on some heaters.
Yeah.
That's why Mr. Consistent scoring 2 touchdowns.
Definitely. Nah, I love John Brown in this week against Arizona. Yeah, and like I said, he might be one of those less owned receivers with everyone else probably picking up Stephon Diggs.
How much was he again?
He was it 6,000?
That's
John
solid.
Brown, 5,700.
Oh, that's
57?
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty cheap for the ceiling that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for my wide receiver one, I got Cooper Kupp.
I like that one.
For 6,900. I'm going with that Jared Goff.
You going with that
Cooper Kupp.
6,900?
Yes, sir.
And Kupp was more
6,900.
expensive than Robert Woods, right? I believe he was
Yes,
by
he was.
a little bit.
Yeah, he was up by 200, I believe. I think Robert Woods is 67 this week. But yeah, I like Cooper Kupp. He hasn't been getting the touchdown production that he was getting last year. But I think that this might be one of those weeks that, he might get the touchdowns,
I could definitely see that.
And you kind of have to play around that. And so I think DraftKings is expecting that same thing. I think a lot of people might be a little higher on Robert Woods, seeing the production that he's had this year.
Yeah.
And the favoritism that he's had this year. But yeah, Cooper Kupp is just one of those really solid plays that, either he's going to get you the 100-yard game with 2 touchdowns, or he'll get you that 100-yard game with no touchdowns.
I really like Cooper Kupp too. I was trying to squeeze him into my lineup, but I spent 9 big ones on Devontae Adams, so I just couldn't really work out that way.
Yeah.
I love Cooper Kupp.
I like playing that stack too with Jared Goff. It's his favorite receiver.
Yeah, for sure. They got the chemistry
Yeah,
down there.
that guy has a chance to get 21 catches in a game.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
Yep. Just playing off volume too. Who you got for your wide receiver two, Stone?
My wide receiver too. So I got Tom Brady, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm handcuffing this boy. Antonio Brown for 5,800 at Carolina. Second week, baby.
God,
I thought you were going to say Mike Evans.
Here we go. He had 5 targets last game, so Brady's looking out for him. And now it's week 2 in a game where the whole Bucs team is mad. All these players got to prove something this week. So I think they're going to come out slinging it. And for sure, they are not going to run the ball 4 times this game. So ball's going to be in the air. Like I said, Brady had a shit performance last time versus Carolina. And now he has this special X factor in Antonio Brown. And he wants to give him the ball. He wants to give him the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Antonio Brown might throw it too. Double
I'll
pass.
take that too.
He could.
Or he's going to throw his helmet because he's not getting the ball.
Or he's gonna kick the punter in the face.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, it took Gronk till week 4 to really get into the system. I think Antonio Brown adapts a little bit faster. Yeah, I really like this play here. I'm really excited to see this. And if the handcuff really works, I'm gonna be lit.
Speaking of Gronk, I think if they let him shotgun a beer before the game, he probably scores a few more touchdowns.
Maybe.
All right, who you got, Brandon?
Number 2, I got Chase Claypool. He was kind of quiet last week. Didn't produce as much as he has been, but he's always that big play receiver. He's going to have some big plays. That Bengals defense, I know we're talking about them winning. Doesn't mean that Bengals defense is going to shut them out. So when you look at the Bengals defense, what do you think about big plays? Chase Claypool is that for the Steelers. He's going to score a touchdown, maybe 2 against this. And I just think it's good value at 5,800. I think that's good value. That game will be a shootout unless the weather.
Ooh, the battle of the 5,800s.
Ooh.
Who's gonna score more, Chase Claypool or Antonio Brown? I
got Claypool.
I got Claypool too.
You got Claypool. You guys don't like the AB
I
pick?
got Claypool.
Man,
You guys didn't even comment on it.
I think this
you guys
might.
were just like, what the fuck?
I think this might be the Chris Godwin week. To be honest, he's getting more healthy and with his finger injury. But yeah, I think this might be the Chris Godwin week or the Gronk week.
Man, the way you hyped it up, I was expecting a Mike Evans.
No,
You said Antonio Brown.
It's AB. How old is he? Like, what, 30, 31? He's still a superstar. Come on
His
now.
brain didn't get better. He's just hiding it a little better.
Yeah, maybe it's concealing his talent.
Definitely.
Watch, on Sunday when he gets out there, he's going to think that Vontaze Burfict is standing right next to him. He's going to drop every pass.
Yeah, we actually got to go back. I didn't realize we skipped over my RB2. So I'm going to just hop back to that real quick. I got Antonio Gibson for 58 or 5,600 playing against the Detroit Lions defense on the road. He is questionable. He just got moved to questionable today. So if he doesn't play, I like J.D. McKissic here too for 4,900. J.D. McKissic saw 10 targets last week, and he got, I believe it was like 5 rushing attempts as well last game. So I think both of those are pretty fine plays here. If Antonio Gibson misses, put in J.D. McKissic, and if he does play, then I would probably run with Antonio Gibson's against the last place to the running back position of the Detroit Lions.
I'm going to send you some luck over there because I swear every single time I turn into a Washington football team game, it's Antonio Gibson scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just flick the channel here and there.
He's been scoring the past few weeks, so I like Antonio Gibson. I drafted him in all of my my season-long fantasies this year. And so, yeah, I thought Antonio Gibson was going to be like that breakout rookie this year. I think he still has a lot to prove, but I like him here for 5,800 or 5,600. But yeah, let me hop into my wide receiver too. Now I got Will Fuller, the flying V, for 6,700. Spending up on these receivers, I love to spend up on receivers. So yeah, give me the flying V for 6,700, playing against that Cleveland Browns defense. Giving up the 27th most fantasy points this year to the wide receiver position, especially with Baker being out and the way that Deshaun Watson's been playing since B.O.B.'s been out.
Yeah,
he's just been balling.
Elite.
He's been balling, and he loves Will Fuller. So yeah, give me Will Fuller for 6,700.
I love him. He's been boom, boom, boom this season.
He has.
Yeah,
he has, and I feel like he has the opportunity now to stay healthy. They haven't been utilizing him like how he was in the past, where he's just flying down the field, like just burning his hamstrings up.
It was always his hamstrings.
Yeah. And so he's playing more like the short intermediate routes, kind of like that Keenan Allen type style. And then he does take like some of those long shots as well. He's just an all-around great receiver.
Definitely
I like
did
him.
take a bigger role ever since D-Hop left Houston for sure.
Definitely.
All right, sweet. I'm going to hop in my wide receiver 3 here. I'm getting a little bit cheap. Like I said, I spent $9,000 on Devontae Adams.
Big bucks.
Big bucks. But right here, I got T. Higgins for 5,500 at Pittsburgh.
I love this one.
Like it.
I love it too. Yeah, I like him here, especially in this division matchup. I mean, we all know, I'm pretty sure he's very, very hyped. This is the first game against Pittsburgh. It's a very serious game. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Cincinnati could pull out the win here. He's put up one 100-yard game, and that was against a very impressive Indianapolis Colts defense. So I'm not worried about that. Joe Burrow is giving him a healthy amount of targets, and I really like the way this kid plays, man.
I really like this pick too. I have this as my third receiver. I have it T. Higgins let it be known, every time AJ Green plays against Joe Hayden, AJ Green has scored on Joe Hayden at least every time I've seen. AJ Green is just always dominating Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden's a great corner. It's just like one of those matchups where it doesn't go well for the corner.
Yeah.
But who is AJ Green mentoring? T. Higgins. Since T. Higgins getting the volume, so I feel like T. Higgins is going to carry that on from AJ Green and really just dominate this Steelers defense.
Yeah.
Especially coming off a bye.
I like it a lot here too, because in our fantasy football league, like my whole team is fucking injured, but I got like Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins to fill in my two receiver spots, and I'm just sitting real comfortable there. So I like T. Higgins here.
For sure. Who you got, Brandon?
T. Higgins.
You got T. Higgins
Yeah,
as well?
T. Higgins, just like Stone said, for all those reasons. I think T. Higgins his volume is too high to pass, especially at this amount. It's like 5,500 for this kind of volume, and T. Higgins is an emerging star, exponentially emerging.
He is.
Not even just like getting on the map. Like he's gonna be a top receiver pretty soon, top 10 receiver pretty soon. Maybe that might be a little bold, but I think T. Higgins has a skill set for that, and Joe Burrow is his quarterback.
And for the listeners out there, you guys might not know, but Brandon is a random Cincinnati Bengals fan out of fucking nowhere. Oh, it was because of AJ Green, right?
No, it's because of Ocho Cinco. I always grew up as like, if you're gonna pick a favorite team and stick with it. It's like that was the first time I watched. Ocho Cinco was just hilarious. It's like, all right, Bengals it is.
There you go.
Yeah, and for my wide receiver 3, I got Curtis Samuel. He's just a sneaky play every single week. He's still only at 4,900 on DraftKings. Since week 7 against the Saints, he put up 14 points in the half PPR, 19 points against the Falcons, and then 22 points against the Chiefs last week. And so I think that people are really sleeping on him. I think DraftKings is still sleeping on him. He saw 9 targets last week, caught all 9, 5 targets the week before. And then six for 6 against the Saints, and he also has the opportunity with a couple of rushing attempts. They like to use him in a jet sweep, at least once or twice a game. So I think he has an opportunity here. I think a lot of people are always just auto locking DJ Moore just because he's the wide receiver 1 on that team. But Curtis Samuel is a fine receiver here, 4,900. Give me Curtis Samuel.
Sweet, awesome.
All right, who you got for your tight end? Stone?
My tight end. I got Eric Ebron, 4,400 against Cincinnati.
I like it.
I like Eric Ebron. I like him especially here because when Eric Ebron starts to score touchdowns, he just starts to stockpile touchdowns. I had him when he was playing for the Colts. He was just a fucking super touchdown dependent player. But once he started scoring, week after week after week. Right now he has 2 in a row. His targets are going up a little bit. And, so basically I'm just solely relying on that touchdown. 4,400. I had to really squeak through, see who I could pick up. But I was pretty okay with Eric Ebron here. Yeah.
Nice. Who you got, Brandon?
I'm going with Darren Waller. Darren Waller's been kind of quiet these last 2-3 weeks. He's at 5,900. I had the money left, so I'm going to throw it on Darren Waller. I think this would be a breakout game. Just one where he's getting the targets, he's getting the receptions, but he is the fastest tight end. Now that George Kittle's out, he's probably faster than Kelsey.
Yeah, I love Kelsey, Darren Waller, and Noah Fant for sure. Darren Waller's definitely up there.
And he gets volume. Like Derek Carr's killing it this year. He's slinging the ball. I think it's just he's due. I think Darren Waller's just due.
I think so too, and I think that's what DraftKings is also expecting. He's the number 1 tight end this week on the DraftKings lineup, and so yeah, I think Darren Waller is here. He's gonna pull out the walrus this week. For my tight end, I got T.J. Hawkinson from the Detroit Lions for 5,100, giving up the 31st most fantasy points to the tight end position in the Washington football team. I think that T.J. Hawkinson is a baller. He caught that last second touchdown against the Falcons, made me lose some money to put them up 23-22 a couple weeks ago. And he's one of those tight ends that, if Matt Stafford throws him the ball, he's going to catch it.
Yeah.
And for 5,100, I mean, it's a little higher But I had the money left over, so I'm gonna go ahead and take T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah,
for
that is
5,100.
pretty high. 5,100, yeah. For
Yeah.
T.J. Hawkinson, I say too.
But yeah, I mean, you're playing against the second worst defense against the tight end position. So yeah, I like T.J. Hawkinson this week.
Solid pick.
Who you got for your flex, Stone?
My flex. All right, now at this point, I'm broke as fuck. I only had a budget of $3,000 here. So I'm scrolling through. There's absolutely nobody, but there's one person that caught my eye. Deontay Harris for $3,000 for playing for the New Orleans Saints, number 11, that little shifty speedster. I like him here. I think he's super boom or bust. He only gets like maybe 2 or 4 targets, but I mean when he gets the ball last week or on Monday night, 1 catch, 40 yards. Boom or bust. Only has 1 touchdown on the season, but I mean, fuck, I'm broke as fuck here. That's all I got. So
You went too high on Devontae Adams,
No,
dude.
yeah, I know. Hopefully Devontae could cover his ass, but I mean, if Deontay Harris could get one, a big one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just punting the flex position, I guess.
that's a sleeper, snicker sleeper.
Sleeper special.
You
For
just pick
sure.
someone that might not even see the field.
Dude.
Especially with Michael Thomas back, too. Which I think that people are also sleeping on. Michael Thomas is only 7,400. I mean, it's still pretty high, but yeah,
Are you even sure he's gonna see the field?
Yes, he's been on the field every single game. I've seen he's getting like 4 targets.
I think
season
Taysom
high
Hill
is
might
like
be a
5.
better receiver than that guy.
I don't know, man. You know me. I like the flashy players. Deontay Harris is that flashy player.
I think what the fuck is his name?
Yeah, he might be leading the celebrations on the sideline.
What the fuck is the quarterback's name, bro?
Who? Drew Brees?
No. Fucking
For who?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom
Hill.
Hill's
Better
gonna
receiver.
Taysom Hill's gonna throw or gonna
Nah,
catch
fuck
more
that shit.
passes.
Nah.
He's gonna get more PT and he's gonna catch more passes.
Well, we will see. Dude,
Yeah.
picking Devontae Adams just fucked me.
All right.
But yeah.
All right. Who you got for your flex, Brandon?
I'm going with Rojo. I think just like Stone said, they're gonna dominate this game. Like the Bucks have to prove something.
I don't like Rojo.
And I'm going with Rojo. I think Rojo's he got big play potential. He gets volume. Until he fumbles, he's not gonna fumble this week though.
He does,
So we're gonna
but
take him.
I swear
but
Fournette's
with
getting more play.
Fournette getting more play, you know, I don't know. It's just sketchy.
He's still the base running back there. He's
Yeah.
still the man there.
He's the workhorse. Yeah.
So I think that is just really good, especially with Antonio Brown getting another week of practice under his belt.
Rojo
teams have
sees
to-
like 2 to 4 targets a game too. So I like to see what he does with those kind of opportunities as well, because I know they've been putting Fournette in on the third down passing back position.
to block.
No, they threw to him like 5-7 times last
He's been getting
game.
some love, bro. He's been getting some love, and that's what scares me the most. I think that Rojo is kind of in that position where he might be fighting for his job now.
Which would
Low-key.
be better, which means he has to step it up and he has to play. But also the fact that we believe that the Bucks are gonna blow them out. Like the Bucks have to prove something. It's Tom Brady. He's not gonna go get embarrassed on Monday night and then come back and not perform. So with the lead, they're gonna have to spread the love to the running backs. Give the ball to the running backs. You got to get the clock down, milk the clock, whatever. I think Rojo's a good play here.
I hope so, because I got Rojo in my season-long league, so I'm hoping that he puts up some points because I'm fighting for a playoff position right now.
To me,
Oh
whatever.
man, everyone in our league is like either 5-4 or 4-5.
I know.
And so we're like all fighting for a playoff spot right now. We got like 6 people right in that playoff contention. So yeah, I hope that Rojo does pop off so I can make that playoff spot. Try to get into like sneak into like 6th place or something. COVID and injuries just completely fucked my season long. So yeah, let's roll out Rojo then. For my flex, I'm gonna go against you guys, and I'm actually gonna go with AJ Green.
AJ Green.
AJ Green. I got AJ Green. I think he might get some love here. Okay, he's been seeing 9 targets week 1, week 2 13, week 3 6, week 4 5, week 5 1, got hurt, week 6 11, week 7 13, and week 8 5. He gets a lot of targets. He gets a lot of looks, and so
And he's going against Joe Hayden.
he's going against Joe Hayden. He always catches a touchdown against Joe Hayden. And so for $4,400 4,400. I think he is a sneaky play here, especially because of your guys' reasonings that people might be loading up on T. Higgins. And so I think you're just going to be fighting against a whole bunch of people that are going to take T. Higgins as well. And so not a lot of people are going to be drafting A.J. Green in a tournament lineup. And so I think A.J. Green for 4,400 might be a sneaky play here.
Definitely. And he's probably going to have to play that veteran role in this kind of game, in this division matchup. So. But the thing with A.J. Green, I swear he doesn't even play like the majority of the snaps. I see him running out to the sideline like.
You don't even
50%.
watch a Bengals game.
Dude,
Don't even say
but
that.
I have him on fantasy and shit, dude. And it's so stressful because he's half the time he's not even in the lineup.
Put some respect on
Bro,
his name.
I just pointed out how many targets he sees a game.
But you said 11,
sees
10,
great.
4, 5, and then
No, he got double-digit targets 3 out of the 8 weeks that they played. And one of those weeks he was hurt. And so I think AJ Green, people are just, they're sleeping on him. They think that he's, should retire or he needs to get out or whatever. But AJ Green, you've seen what he's done over the past several years, and so I think people are sleeping on him. I think Joe Burrow is really looking for him, and he just needs to find himself again. He needs to just get in rhythm, find himself. And he's gonna pop back as one of those top receivers again. And I think this might be the week, like Brandon pointed out earlier. He always catches a touchdown on Joe Hayden, so I'm gonna sneak him in for 4,400 for sure.
All right, cool.
Who you got for your defense, though?
My defense. I got the Giants defense here for 2,700, and for how cheap I got them, even though I was forced to get them that cheap, I like this defense a lot, especially playing against Philly at home. Yeah, I feel like every time I watch the Giants game, this defense always keeps the opposing team to their standard. Like I said, they're also playing against the Eagles, which I like. I think it's going to be a very scrappy divisional game, just like that first one. And I'm banking on Carson Wentz to throw at least 2 interceptions here. I think
he throws at least one every game.
Dude, that guy shouldn't even be a starter
for prop matchups. I would probably or for prop bets, I'd probably lock in over 0.5 every single week on Carson Wentz throwing a touchdown.
And I'm looking for the Giants to get the W here too. I don't care if Miles Sanders, Alshon Jeffrey, all these people are coming back. It doesn't really mean anything to me. If Carson Wentz is gonna panic and just make stupid ass plays,
if he's the quarterback, if he's behind center, he's going to be the one.
He holds the ball
that's
too
gonna
long.
Fuck up everything for that offense.
He tries to extend the play. He just tries too much.
Yeah, he sucks. He should not be a starter anymore. They should have kept Nick Foles when they had him good there. Just man, that guy sucks.
Yeah.
They have Jalen Hurts. Just throw Jalen Hurts in there. Let him take over.
MVP. Who won the Super Bowl? Nick
Foles.
Foles.
I hope AJ's listening to this and he hears me dude, the Eagles suck now. They suck. Carson Wentz sucks. Just get ready for the draft pretty much.
Yeah. I think I like the Giants this week. I took Giants on the money line last week as my dog. I think Giants. I think they have an opportunity at a pick 6 in this game for 2,700. I think that's a fine play too. Who you got, Brandon?
All right, for defense, I got the Buccaneers. Just about the same thing. It's dude, the Bucs are gonna come out and dominate. It's Teddy B, 10 o'clock game. They're just gonna come out and dominate. There's no way a team like this comes from Monday night, gets embarrassed like that, and then the defense doesn't show up. The defense has to show up, and they're gonna make a statement. I think this defense makes a statement. They'll get a couple picks on Teddy B, get into the backfield, get some sacks, maybe get a fumble, and maybe score a touchdown. This Bucs defense is a bunch of playmakers.
I kind of think it's going to be a little bit of a high-scoring game. Maybe around 30s and 30s.
Who's going to score on the Panthers, though?
Who's going to
No
score?
Curtis
McCaffrey.
Samuel. Mike Davis. Mike Davis is just as good. Granted, it is McCaffrey.
They put up 31 points on him.
But Mike Davis has shown up because they utilize the running back. They know how to get the running back to score some points. And so Mike Davis, ever since he's taken over for McCaffrey, he's done a really fine job.
Yeah, he has.
And he's done that on all teams that he's played with. When he was with the Seahawks, when he was with the Bears, and now with fucking the Panthers. He's been showing up. And Mike Davis with McCaffrey out, for 4,000, he's a sneaky play here too. I think DraftKings is gonna make an adjustment by game time, especially with that McCaffrey news coming out that he's gonna be out for sure. I think they're gonna raise him up to probably like 6,000 to 7,000.
I think another defense I just want to consider is that Washington football team. I think that defense is something else to consider before locking it in. It's like, look at Matt Stafford's numbers. He's gotten sacked twice last week through 2 interceptions. The week before, he got sacked 5 times through 1 interception. Got sacked twice against Atlanta, no interceptions. I mean, he's thrown a pick in every game all the way back to September 13th, and other than 2. So you know Chase Young's going to get back there. He might get a strip sack, maybe 2. But Matt Stafford is just a turnover machine. Like that guy is another king of mediocrity. Without Calvin Johnson, he's nothing.
Ooh, burn.
I don't know about that, but sheesh. For my defense, I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers at 2,800. I think. Really? I mean, I took Tua last week, and I still like the Dolphins to win this game. They're minus 2.5, but I think at 2,800, I mean that's the remaining of my salary cap. So I think the Chargers here. I think with Tua, he might throw an interception, or they might be able to get to him, and he gets a fumble. And then I'm just hoping. I'm punting the defense this week. I'm just going for something that's going to be low owned because of what Tua did last week, and so I think that for 2,800, the Chargers might have an opportunity at a couple turnovers and a potential for a fumble 6 or something, And so that's just what I'm hoping for. It's like one of those just low own opposed contrarian to what everyone else is playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just trying to sneak something in.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be high on the Redskins. I think a lot of people are going to be high on the Giants. They already have great defenses, and they create turnovers all the time, and they get touchdowns with those turnovers. Same thing with the Steelers. And so I think I'm gonna just go with a contrarian play. Yeah,
I like it. I kind of think this game could be a toss-up, and from my recent memory, the Chargers I feel like they always kind of struggle against Miami. The Miami is one of those teams that could just blow them out and
with
shut them out.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I mean, even with Tannehill,
I mean, it's in Miami too.
It's in Miami too, which is kind of scary. I'm rooting for the Chargers with you on this one. I like the quarterback matchup. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
I think it's just one of those ones where I'm just taking a high flyer pick.
And the defense knows they have to fucking pull it together. Get Herbert these wins, man. It's so important. But
they're losing the games.
They are.
They're losing the games. And so, I don't know. Like Brandon was pointing out earlier, they're kind of sorry without Derwin James.
Mm-hmm.
I would really, really love them if they had Derwin James in right now and also Joey Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
But with
then
Joey
that'd be
Bosa
like
being out,
$1,000 more, like $1,200 more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, probably, especially against a rookie quarterback.
For sure.
But that'll wrap up the DFS portion of this podcast. I'd like to just give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Raja California. Raja California is the most elite audio engineer and producer in the game. Follow him on all major streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and SoundCloud for all of your sound needs. That's Raja California. And also, Truth Be Told. Truth Be Told is the #1 esports specialist, League of Legends coach, and streamer in the San Diego area. Follow him on Twitch, SoundCloud, and YouTube for all things valuable to the esports community. That's Truth Be Told. Truth Be Told. I couldn't make it out of gold without Truth Be Told. All right, Stone and Brandon, let's hop into this Thursday Night Football preview segment of the podcast. We have the 5-3 Phillip, 100 Kids, Rivers, Indianapolis Colts traveling to the 6-2 Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee-led Titans. Titans are laying 2 points at home with an over-under of 48.5. Looks to be 65 and clear by kickoff. There's 58% of the money on Titans -2, 53% on the Colts money line, and 51% on the under 48.5. I did just look at the line movement before we started this podcast, and it looked like the line actually moved all the way to a pick'em.
It's a pick'em now.
Pick 'em now. Oh,
It's a
shit. Last time
pick'em.
I saw it was 1.
Yeah, and now it's a pick'em. So
Damn. Well, shit. I am
What's your thoughts, Don?
super. I'm so excited for this game, CG, and be true. I can't wait to watch Phillip Rivers in primetime in a very, very important AFC South divisional matchup this Thursday night. And in this game, we're going to find out if Indy are real playoff contenders right here. Indy's coming off a tough loss at home after getting defeated by the Ravens. And now they got to make a trip to Tennessee on a short week. This game is going to see if Indy's really about it.
yeah,
Really about it.
seriously. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Brandon?
I think one quick thing we need to mention is, Bet Online posted, or they got their numbers out. 80% is on Tennessee Pick'em. 80% of their tickets are on
Wow.
Tennessee Pick'em.
So
That's a lot. And
Yeah.
and the line is still moving.
Just
the
last
other
night,
way.
it was at 58% on the -2. So now a bunch of money pouring in on the Titans at Pick'em. Man, that's real scary if you're a Titans better, I feel.
And it's important to notice the line is not going towards the Titans too. Normally when the money's like this, the line's going to move up. It's going to go -3, -4, but it's going towards the Colts. And I thought this when I first saw the line at -2 too. I think that the Colts coming off that loss, I think it's just really important. Like Phillip Rivers is going to bounce back against the Titans. I think the Titans are still a team that they're just frauds. They're not as good as the record says. Yeah, you look at 5-3 and you're like, wow, a team at 5-3 and a pick 'em at home. Like you gotta take them. No, I think the Colts just come out. I think they win this game. It's gonna be a close game.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I think if you had to choose between Tannehill against the Colts defense or Phillip Rivers against the Titans defense, I'm going with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. I mean, the Colts are at 21% DVOA overall. Titans are at 9. That's a 12% difference. I really like the Colts here. They held Kareem Hunt to an average game of 72 yards on 20 carries. They also held Dalvin Cook to 63 yards. And but what I'm kind of scared here is that when Derrick Henry plays some top-rated defenses, he's actually pretty average. But what I meant to say, what I'm scared here is that when we see Derrick Henry playing primetime games, that is when we see that crazy explosiveness.
Yeah.
We just saw it recently.
King Henry comes out.
When he gave Josh Norman the biggest stiffy of his life. 2 years ago, Derrick Henry busts out a 99-yard touchdown run, breaking like 7 tackles. That's something that I'm going to be scared of. But I think I'm going to bank on the Colts defense for sure.
Yeah. I'm on board with that as well. Divisional Dogs, when this line came out, they were dogs. So Divisional Dogs are 12-1 against the spread this year, with the Jets just completing that extra win in the against the spread category.
And
So
let me
now they are
add on that
12-1.
stat. Let me add on that stat. Division Dogs with lines between 1.5 and 3.5 are 18-2 in the last 20 games.
Wow. Yeah. Shit, let's put the air horns out for that one. God damn. Yeah, I mean, like this Colts team is like, I feel just super underrated. Prior to coming into this year, I think I pointed this out in a previous podcast. I wanted to take a future on them to win the Super Bowl. I thought that they had the weapons, but I don't know. T.Y. Hilton's fallen off, and so I don't know if they have enough to get them there this year. But I love this Colts defense. Colts are ranked 3rd in DVOA on the defensive end, but the Titans are ranked 3rd in offensive DVOA on the offensive end. And so I think it's just going to be a matter of can the Colts defense, I know a lot of people are saying, Brandon was saying that defense doesn't matter nowadays, but this is going to be the game that's going to have to, they're going to have to show up, and they're going to have to be the defense that wins in this game.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And I mean, last week I took the Titans -5.5. I cashed that in. Thank you, CG. and they're playing against the Bears last week. I took that knowing that the Bears had a rock solid defense. But I mean, we all knew that Bears offense just could not push the ball downfield. Here we have something a little bit different. Like we said, the Colts defense are playing absolute lights out. Top 5 defense, ranked number 3 in DVOA. But the only difference here is that can Phillip Rivers push that ball downfield?
I mean, he's not a Charger anymore, so you already know he's better.
Facts.
Can Phillip Rivers not turn over the ball? Hey, boys, let me have a moment here. Felipe Rivers. You got to stop turning the ball over, my friend. I believe in you. I am rooting for you. When you were in San Diego playing for the Chargers and I worked at Pizza Hut, you came into my store. But I was in the back prepping pizzas and I didn't get a chance to say hi. I am so sorry. But you, my friend, Philip, you can do this. You can fucking do this.
You can.
Bro, fuck the Titans. CG, I got Colts on the road, +2. Lock that shit in, baby. Let's go.
I would even take it out of pick 'em. I think how I'm looking at it, just to word it a little bit different, is can the Titans offense keep up?
Yeah.
Because if we're looking at the over-under to take this line and take this spread, we're looking at it. It opened up at 48.5. It's now at 50.5 on dead even two-way betting, which means the money split 50-50. So you're going to tell me that the over-under went up 2 points with 50-50 betting on the and it goes up 2 points. Like, that just tells me that there's going to be points put on the board. I know the Colts are going to score. Philly Rivers is going to put up numbers. So for me, it's can the Titans keep up?
I think it's also, is Derrick Henry going to be able to exploit that stout Colts rushing defense ranked second in DVOA? And I think if he can exploit that on the ground, it'll open up a lot of opportunities for Ryan Tannehill to get out of the pocket and make some plays himself. Ryan Tannehill under pressure is actually, last year he was number 1 in under pressure from the quarterback position, and this year he's still throwing at a 65% completion percentage under pressure. But you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that Phillip Rivers is actually throwing at a 67% completion percentage under pressure this year.
Ooh.
And so I think that, especially with, they don't get pressured as much with that Colts offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Their offensive line is fucking A1. And so I think, they're going to protect him a little bit better. But yeah, he even under pressure, he's throwing at a 67% completion percentage this year.
Yeah, and I think we also have to note that, the Titans' offense only scored 17 points against the Bears' defense. They put up 24 points in total, but that was off a scoop and score off the Titans' defense. I'm also a little bit scared that the Titans are number 1 in takeaways. They're up there. They can score on the defensive side of the ball. But yeah, give me the fucking Colts. I like it here.
What's the keys to the game, Stone? What you think's the most important piece to winning this game for the Colts?
Colts, you just got to contain Derrick Henry. Keep the Titans offense super slow. And then really, the Colts offense just needs to push the ball downfield. They need to score some points. They can't put up 10 points like they did against the Ravens. They really got to Phillip cannot turn over the ball.
That and the Titans, they only put up 17 against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bears almost came back and stole that game away, honestly.
And I'll take the Colts offense any day over the Bears offense, 100%.
Oh, 100%.
Well, 100%. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable here for sure.
What you think the keys are for this game?
I don't
Brandon.
worry too much about this. Like Stone said, all you got to do is worry about Derrick Henry. They have Xavier Rhodes out at corner. Best receiver on the Titans, A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is not a high enough caliber receiver to compete with Xavier Rhodes yet. Maybe he can be. I'm not going to eliminate that possibility, but Xavier Rhodes is way too good. He's going to lock him down, go ahead and load up the box, just continue to lock down the run, and then what are they going to do? Ryan Tannehill? What is he going to do, run?
Yeah.
I think Phillip Rivers is going to show a little bit of athleticism this week, too. I know he's out there working on it. He tried to make that tackle from – I don't know what he was doing. He tried to stop that touchdown.
Oh, I forgot about that
Yeah.
shit.
He laid on his back and like a dead fish or a turtle trying to roll over.
That
It's
was some
like,
straight river shit.
Missionary,
That shit was
bro.
hilarious.
so who knows? Maybe they throw a little prop bet over there, like over 6.5 rushing yards, and I'll take that. But
6.5 rushing
yeah,
yards.
the defense will lock it down. Just contain Derrick Henry and then let Phillip Rivers do his thing.
Yeah.
Let him get the ball to Ty. Let him just do his thing, and everything will be fine as long as the tempo's okay. It'll be just a no sweat game.
Yeah, I think you guys hit it spot on. I got keeping King Henry in check, making Tannehill win through the air. Rivers just needs to take care of the ball, and also just winning in turnover differential. The Titans have a 1.8 takeaways per game, and the Colts have 1.6 takeaways per game. So the Titans do win in the turnover margin. But yeah, I think if Rivers can just take care of the ball, not throw fucking 2-3 picks this game, like he likes to do in big games, they're fighting for that first spot in their division as well.
Game.
So they still, even if they do win this game, they're gonna be, I believe, one game behind.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm locking up Colts with you guys. And we taking the dog too.
And what better way? Like they did Thursday night's divisional games. Like what better way to have this Thursday night go down? Colts win. They're tied at the number 1 spot in the division. Like it's just made to be.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Pittman's been getting a little bit more looks too. I'm a really big Michael Pittman fan. Do you guys watch him on YouTube?
Same. I like Michael Pittman.
I watch his vlogs, bro. He's so fucking mellow.
I don't watch his vlogs, but yeah.
His girl's bad too.
Shout out Michael Pittman, baby. No, but yeah, like we said, Colts are the more well-rounded team. They win this game outright. All right, you guys got anything left to say?
I'm good, man.
Man, I'm so sad about that Ohio State game. Like, why can't we play? I know COVID's a big issue. Like, that stuff's real. But I was ready to see Tua's little brother play for Ohio State. I was ready to see 70 points put on the board. I wanted Chris Olave. I really want Chris Olave to continue to show what he has. But I guess we got to wait another week.
Yeah, we'll see. All righties, let's close this one now. Let's just give a quick shout out to our sponsors before we close this one out. We got Raja California. Raja California is the most elite audio engineer and producer in the game. Follow him on all major streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and SoundCloud for all your sound needs. That's Raja California. We also have Truth Be Told. Truth Be Told is the #1 esports specialist, League of Legends coach, and streamer in the San Diego area. Follow him on Twitch, SoundCloud, and YouTube for all things valuable to the esports community. That's Truth Be Told. Truth Be Told, I couldn't make it out of gold without Truth Be Told. All right, thank you guys all for listening to this Week 10 NFL DFS and Thursday Night Football preview episode of the Mecca Betting Academy podcast. Please leave us that 5-star review with constructive criticism to help us grow, and also any suggestions you all may have and want to hear. Be sure to subscribe to be a part of the university and get your MBA today. Stone and Brandon, let's cash.